Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So on the Bitcoin chart, we are dealing with a situation in which on the daily chart, we are either dealing with the ABC structure highlighted in yellow, which means we had a three-wave move from the 2022 lows into the April 2023 highs in an A wave, then a B wave down, a C wave up. That's a nice ABC structure. And this would most likely lead to a B wave pullback. A wave up, B wave down, C wave up. A few days ago, I discussed that on the weekly chart as well, highlighted why this would be my alternative perspective in the event that the $35,000 level breaks. So at this stage, just want to make you aware again that this is a scenario that we have to be prepared for and which will take the lead if the $35,000 level is holding. Is breaking. Okay, so below that level, yellow becomes primary. There should, in addition to that, be additional support in this region down here, yeah, which is around 25k if this scenario plays out. And this is also where we had previous swing highs. So 25k seems to be a very, very important level. It is also located between two main Fibonacci levels, between 24,000 and 27,600 basically. So that is an absolute main level to watch here. Okay, so then let's take a look at the current scenario which is in control, which is for me the white count, in which we are dealing with 1-2, 1-2 setup. Second 1-2 happened between March last year and September. In this scenario, we're dealing with, in the second 1-2 setup, with a running flat, even though I have to say there are some exchanges where this low went actually below the previous one, making it ultimately an expanded flat, which is the more common pattern. So it's just a problem that in crypto, sometimes we're dealing with the Wild West when it comes to exchanges, and there are slightly different prices. Obviously, futures prices as well always differ from the spot market. I usually focus on the spot charts. I find them more reliable, but essentially they are different markets, so they have slightly different prices, even though there's a mechanism that ties the prices together, especially futures to spot. But still, there will be slight differences in prices. I think on the futures we actually had expanded flats, but yeah, it's not so important. The idea is then that we're currently moving up in this white wave count, that this was a third wave rally, which did lead into the January highs. Then the wave 4 is currently unfolding, and there should be a 5 of 3, 4, 5, and so on, and we should get to 100k plus. There could be another 4-5 pattern, which I can squeeze in here. The 35k level distinguishes between the two, and that's what we're dealing with now on the smaller time frame. Here, obviously, the idea is at the moment that we're focusing on the white count as long as the 35k level is holding. Below that level, it's a key level, that's the key pivot, yeah, the absolute key level that distinguishes between these two scenarios. Again, they are both bullish. Of course, we could see new bear market lows, but it takes some evidence to suggest that. Okay, we are far away from that possibility. I mean, it is a possibility, but that's about it. Okay, anything is possible. We have to focus on what we see right now. I can see a bullish market. I can see that we are currently holding above support. Yeah, when that breaks, probabilities for a new bear market low have increased, but there will be this massive support area that can stop the price. Okay, so again, it is wise to focus on that first before shouting and calling for new bear market lows. Okay, so then looking at the shorter time frame, third wave topped here on the 11th of January, as just discussed on the daily time frame. We moved down in an ABC structure. That's how it looks to me at the moment. The A wave bottomed here, most likely on the 12th of January, that Friday. We had a shallow B wave rally, and the C wave to the downside seems to be unfolding right now. The C wave to the downside might need another low. Bitcoin yesterday formed a healthy fourth wave in that C wave. It's a corrective rally, rallied into resistance. So far is respecting the 50% Fibonacci level. If one more high occurs, ideally in this scenario, the price stays below the trend line. Otherwise, I will assume that this low is in, yeah, and a more substantial top is formed. Then obviously we need to watch for a first impulse, okay, that's large enough to confirm that an overall fourth wave has bottomed. It could just simply be, when we break above the trend line, a more substantial corrective phase. So I'm going to watch for that as well. Could be an A wave or a W, X, Y. That's just something I'm going to observe once we break above the trend line, just for risk management purposes, because of course, you know, the fourth wave could already have completed. I'm talking about the main fourth wave. But at the moment, as long as we stay below micro resistance, I'm in favor of another low to possibly round about 37.9K, maybe 37, but that would be the ideal target area. Okay, so the selling pressure is easing a little bit. More buyers are coming in. You can see that clearly, that strong sell-off, weaker sell-off, same strength you could say than the previous sell-off, but the recovery is a little bit more substantial. So in my view, selling pressure is easing a little bit. We see these corrective rallies appear, and it means the buyers are still there, and we are not close to 35K. We're now at 40K. But it seems like the market wants to do another low. Yeah. Again, it's worth knowing the micro resistance level that will change this expectation, and that's 40,720 and the descending trend line. Again, a break above that level will indicate that, yeah, something more bullish is going on. What that might be will depend on the structure with which we're breaking above support, which is why I update you frequently. And yeah, that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. And if you're interested in daily updates about the S&P 500 as well as regular updates about stocks, check out our More Trading Online stock service. Yeah, we cover the S&P 500 daily. Yesterday I made a post on the X network on Twitter about the S&P 500, so you can check that out as well. Just follow the link in the description to our Twitter account, and you'll find the stocks and S&P 500 service link also in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.